Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and I'm a psychologist. I'm specialized in emotional and binge eating, and if you want to learn more, subscribe to this channel to learn how to end emotional and binge eating without restrictions or dieting. Now, when we speak about restrictions and dieting, there is something that you should know that is a very natural process called extreme hunger. So let's say if you have been on a diet for quite some time, you will restrict in terms of calories, right? Like you will cut certain food groups, you will eat maybe high volume foods that are not necessarily high in calories, and overall your caloric intake will go down. That's how we attain weight loss, like through caloric deficit. In that process, you might also feel that you're not only cutting food groups, but also depriving yourself of your favorite foods, and that you're not allowing yourself to eat a variety of foods, but you're just focused on eating what a certain diet prescribes. Now, there is nothing actually wrong with that, except that if you are going to an extreme in terms of dieting, if you're cutting your calories too low, if you're depriving yourself too much, if you're never allowing yourself to eat anything that you want, you might have, once you reach the weight loss target, a feeling that all of a sudden you're experiencing something which is the complete opposite, what we call extreme hunger. And I'm here to give you some signs that after extreme dieting, you might be experiencing extreme hunger, which is a normal process for your body to experience if you have been depriving yourself of nutrient and calories for a very long time. So first of all, the first sign of extreme hunger is that once you have finished your meal, you have a feeling that you could eat so much more. A second serving, a third and fourth. And it's not only psychological, like I have been given the right to eat, so now I will eat a lot. Like you physically feel that there is so much more space in your stomach than for that one plate. So eating way more in terms of calories in one sitting, not binging, but just like feeling this is not enough, I need more. I physically need more food. Second sign of extreme hunger is that you are lacking spontaneity. You don't want to feel spontaneous throughout the day and then figure out when you will eat and what you're going to eat. No, you are very focused that meals are prepared, that the food is waiting for you, that a certain type of food is going to be available. You're not letting anything slide. You don't leave anything to chance. You're just focused on having everything set up for you, so there are no surprises. There is a slight obsession with having food available at any given time for you to eat. And with that comes that you're not allowing yourself to be loose around food and then figure out as you go what you want to eat. Like you have the day before pre-planned everything so that hunger will not actually be an issue. So food is available. With that comes another sign. Besides being obsessed around food and besides lacking spontaneity when it comes to food, you are always thinking about food even when you are eating. So while you're eating, you're thinking about the next meal. And this is not something that people will say, oh, it's a love for the food. No, it's a fear. Because you have been dieting and depriving yourself for so long, it's a fear that food will not be available for you for a while. So your mind is just thinking, okay, now it's noon, so it's okay, 2 p.m. I can have a snack, and 3 I will have a meal, and 5 p.m. I will have a snack, and what will be my snack? And you're just buzzing all the time about the food that you're about to eat. If you have been also fasting, that's even more prevalent right now, because when you're fasting and you're not allowing yourself for a stretch of time to eat any food and you feel deprived, now you just want to make sure through this constant obsessive thoughts that food is coming, and you just are repeating that cycle of non-stop thinking about food even while you're eating the food. Another sign of extreme hunger, besides the obsessiveness, besides of eating large portions, besides of thinking about food all the time, is that you have this tendency while you are eating the food to actually you're not even really enjoying it. The goal is to get as much food as possible in your stomach to satisfy some future potential hunger. So it's almost like you're eating for the future. You're not eating in the moment. You're not satisfying in the moment, how hungry am I? It's like the anticipation. I don't want to be hungry in the future, therefore I'm eating more now to prevent being hungry. And this is all coming from maybe weeks or months of dieting, where you knew that between meals you are starved. Like you are waiting for that next meal, and right now you don't want to have that feeling of starvation. So in the moment you're eating in order to not starve much more than you actually need. Now, signs of extreme hunger are very normal if you have been on a diet which is super restrictive. Now, what is the solution for this? In order for you to not experience extreme hunger and the guilt for maybe ruining your progress, or the shame for the amount of food that you're eating, the problem is in the dieting. The problem is that the way you lost your weight is not sustainable for you for the long run. So it's not about not dieting, it's the way you diet. Like, how about if in going to an extreme diet, you try to switch it up by including some of your favorite foods as snacks or as meals, or organizing some evening when you're going to eat off the diet plan, saying yes from time to time to your cravings, just so that you can see that you actually can lose weight by eating a variety of foods and including your favorite foods. This is very important, not only for sustainable weight loss, but also to prevent being extremely hungry and needy for all the food that you have deprived yourself of for so long. The fact that you have deprived yourself of those foods doesn't mean that you actually didn't want to have them. You were just good at pushing them away, but at some point the cravings came back. Avoiding extreme hunger is possible. Avoiding weight gain after weight loss is possible if the way you lost your weight is something sustainable and something you can do for the rest of your life. So don't do extreme caloric deficit. Make sure that your caloric deficit includes some of your favorite foods, and you know what those foods are, because it's all about calories. So you can have different foods as long as it fits your caloric deficit. Don't push so much your cravings away, and don't think that by doing all of this you're messing up your diet. You're not. You're just making it more sustainable, and you're making your weight loss more sustainable like this. I hope this helps.